global leader.
It's a belief to succeed or a belief to fail. Are you with me? Okay. So what you have to do is you have to recheck your belief system, because over a period of time you pick up some negative beliefs about yourself. So I have ADD, which is attention deficit disorder. And as a result, as a kid, I did not know I had it. I used to read a page. When I got to the bottom of the page, I couldn't remember what was at the top of the page. So I failed everything in school and college, and I was told that I was thick, I was stupid, I was no good. And the Nigerian upbringing, I used to give my father my school report and the cane. Because you got the cane for failing. It was just, it's just normal. And I always just say, let me just get it out of the way so I can enjoy the holidays at the end of the day. But then, so when I was 16, I left school. I had I was on the escape committee. As soon as I could leave, I left. Right? And it took me many years. You know a little bit of my story, some of you. I had got to my lowest point where I'm sleeping on a French chair. I have no money. I have holes in my shoes. I'm walking to the bakery to stand outside to hopefully get a night's work. The reason I'm telling you this is my belief in myself was very, very low. And because you lack the belief in yourself, you lack the belief to try for something better. Does that make sense? You just accept where you are. And it took me a long time. It took me, in fact, nearly 8 years after I left school before I started believing in me. But that belief came from the fact that my mom had suffered at life, and my goal was I had to get out of my comfort zone to go and become successful, to make some extra money so I could help my mom. Does everybody relate with that? But my initial belief was, I'm not good enough, not me. I remember when I got to the point where I had qualified to become a dealer. I was a nervous wreck. I've never been the boss before. I've never run a business. I've never managed anything. So I was thinking to myself, how am I going to do this? Right? I'm telling you this because I want you to understand, if you doubt yourself, there is nothing wrong with it. But what you understand, that doubt comes from your upbringing. That doubt comes from your failure. That doubt, a lot of times, comes from other people telling you, you're no good, you're not good enough. I talk to so many people say, yeah, but we're just working class. We come from a working class background. What do you expect from me? You see, those are all beliefs. So you either have beliefs to succeed or beliefs to fail. Your beliefs will either imprison you or empower you. Does it make sense? Okay. And what happens is everybody has a belief system, and as I'm talking to you right now, there is an invisible screen between you and me. You understand that? Can you just pass me a piece of paper, please? Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. So imagine you're talking, so in front of everybody, you can't see it. There's this screen, and everything you say has to go through this screen before it gets into your brain. But it's being filtered by your belief system. Are you following me? Not too deep? Yeah. So if you don't think you're good enough, and Bidoy just asked the question, who wants to be a dealer? Only a small group of people got up. Then after what did he do? He says, if you don't want to be a dealer, leave now. So now after he bribed you, a few of you got up. But you didn't really believe in the first place. Yeah? Because if your belief system, imagine you're looking at this piece of paper, and on this side of this paper, which is your belief system, is saying, I'm not good enough to be a dealer, then whatever anybody's saying to you is being filtered through this belief, and we don't allow it in. Are you with me? And that's why some people are more successful than others. It's not because they're better than you, but their belief system is more positive than you. Does that make sense? So anywhere you are struggling in life, it's because your belief system in that area. So I'll give you a good example. In our business, we talk about prospecting. Going out there and prospecting and generating. You need to go and meet people, you need to recruit. But you have a belief about. I hear some people say, yeah, but you don't understand, the economy right now. We just had COVID, people are struggling. Well, if that's your belief on this side of the screen, are you with me? Then when somebody says go and recruit, what does your brain say to you? What's that little voice say in your head? You don't understand, it's hard. Nobody has any money. Another belief system we have in our business is it's too expensive. It's a lot of money. Do you have that? Yeah. So once you have that expensive in your mind, you are going to find it hard to sell because you believe it's expensive. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So I remember when I first started in Salamaster 20 years ago, I was the only person in the UK. True story. And they sent somebody to train me. He cooked 4 shows, got on a plane and left me on my own. So there was no Amanda Miles, there was no dealer, there was no James in jail, there was no Pidoy, it was just me on my own. And I was cooking and I wasn't selling, and all I kept getting was it's too expensive, too expensive, too expensive, too expensive. So because I was on my own, I decided what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the price of Salad Master. Keith didn't know this. Keith was the president at the time. So I changed the price and I discounted it, and I said what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go sell thousands, and then I'm going to go see Keith, the president, and go, Keith, let me tell you, it's too expensive. I reduced the price, and since I sold more. So I go out with my price list, I'm all excited, because all I believed in was, it's too expensive. So I went out, and I started cooking with my new discounted price sheet.
Yeah.
Guess what the objection I got? It's too expensive. I still got too expensive. So after about a week of trying it, I went, you know what? The problem is not the price. The problem is my presentation was not good enough. So I put the price back up and I went to study. But your belief system will control you. Once you understand this, anywhere I'm struggling, I go is because I have a negative belief in that area. That's all it is. Yeah? So I want you to start thinking quickly. What are the negative, you want to write this down, what are the negative beliefs I have that are holding me back from greatness? So once I started believing that nobody is better than me, there are people ahead of me, but they're not better than me. Don't confuse the two. I am not better than you. People say, oh my God, the president, the boss. Guys, you have to stop all that hero worship. Because when you say the boss, the this, the that, the president, guess what you're saying to yourself? I'm not good enough. Does that make sense? But you see, what you're going to say is, okay, Ayo is ahead of me. What did he do to get ahead of me? And find out and copy and paste. That's all I've learned to do in my life. Yeah? But you start with you believing in you. Why not you? It's a powerful question. There's 4 types of people that exist that I talk about in my book, Have You Got the Wi-Fi? There's the people who go, why not me? They expect everything. They moan and they groan and they expect everything. Why not me? I should have this, I should have that. Why didn't the government do this? Why did the government do that? What a waste of energy. There's another group of people, I call them the wanderers. They just go with the flow. So everybody's doing nursing, well, I'll become a nurse. That's what they do. They just go with the flow. Everybody's going here for holiday. Guess where I'm going to go for holiday? Where everybody's going. They're the wanderers. Okay? But then there are the people who really begin to say, why not me? Nobody's better than me. So you have to change your belief into a positive for you to excel with. Because once your belief is negative, it holds you back. So when you go on a cooking show, guess what you've got? The customer has got a belief system. And whatever you're saying has to be filtered through their belief system. what you will find with the successful people and who are good at selling or recruiting is they know how to read the customer's belief and bypass it. And the way they read the customer's belief is by asking questions. That's why questions on a presentation is so powerful, because it taps into the belief system. Okay? So if I did a little simple exercise, I'm going to pick on somebody, and I says, pick on you. Can I pick on you? Yeah? Okay. So tell me, what do you think about cooking 50 shows in 1 month?
Cooking 50 shows in 1 month? I'll give it a try. Well, I'll do my very best because I believe in myself.
See, she's listened a little bit. But listen to the words she used. What she says, I'll give it a try. Try is a belief system. And what does try? Do you know what try means? I'm just letting you know I'm going to fail in advance. Because if I cook